Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Test Flight in the MiG-21 Fishbed. And I just got airborne. This is actually my very second attempt at takeoff and landing. I did the training module that's included with the Fishbed, and this is the first time, like a solo flight, that I've actually accomplished it, and it went fairly well. Handling of the aircraft once it gets airborne is very, very smooth. Nothing was really unexpected as far as aircraft performance or aircraft handling. I had plenty of time. It wasn't rushed or anything like that as I got airborne. I was a little bit behind, but that's to be expected. So I'm just going to set up, fly a couple of patterns here, land, and taxi back. So thinking about systems that I would want to have up and running. Of course, we have it's like an ILS system built into the aircraft, so that, you know, normally in the test flight series that would be coming up next is really detailed look at navigation, but I'm going to cut to radar usage and weapons employment and just give a quick preview, first look of those, and then in phase 2 of the series get to the very detailed stuff and show navigation, systems usage, and really figure out what's going on here. So, okay, let me go ahead and call ATC, F5, Nalchik, and just film I'm inbound. I'm going to just fly a couple of low approaches here, and come in for a landing. Okay, got it. Takeoff climb. Once the plane is climbed, okay, got that. I'm already past this. Okay, so it's essentially maintain 10 degrees, and I can use my ADI, whatever the Russian equivalent attitude indicator is right here, just to gauge 10 degrees on the climb out. I'm past that, and I'm just kind of coming around at 700 kph in the pattern. Okay, so that's that. Let me go to climb. Okay, I'll get to that later. Basic aircraft behavior, I'll get to that later. Okay, landing approach. So descending, it's a matter of taste, okay? Descend 600 to 800 kph. Okay. Let's see here. Start initial descent, airbase with 10 meters per second on my variometer. That's my vertical VSI, vertical speed indicator. It's the variometer here, and that's it. So right now I'm climbing 10 meters per second. I need to be in about a 10 meters per second descent. So let me bring it on around here, turn to the base leg, and bring it back around to the field. Okay, let's see here. Try to fly 14 kilometers from the station, land your direction, heading, and 1,000 meters AGL, 600 kph, decrease to 80%, extend the gear. Okay, check gear down, speed will drop, and then at some point, okay, flaps. Okay, set up to around 6 meters per second, and allow the speed to fall to 380 kph, using the throttle. Avoid air brakes use, and you need to fuel the engine. Okay, so I'll see exactly what that means here in a bit, I'm sure. Okay, so just setting up. Okay, so let me see here, and just incrementally decreasing my airspeed. I'm going to do this on the next go around here. So 500 flaps, 380 flaps full down, 360 on the threshold, and then touchdown about 340-ish is what I'm kind of taking that to mean. And I'll need to reference that as I come back around, just to give myself a quick double check of the numbers. And let me see, where am I? Okay, there's the field. Okay, so I'm just going to just fly around a little bit at low level. I've got a fuel load on the aircraft right now, so it's a little bit heavy. Roll response is just outstanding in this aircraft. It's a lot of fun, very controllable, but you can really whip it around in a hurry if you really want to. Okay, so 750 kph. Got some other aircraft in the pattern out here that I need to watch out for. And I'll just over the head of the field, I'll just brake left, and then set up for a long approach. Okay, so I'll just come on around. I'll pull the throttle on back to a moderate setting as I come around and set this up. I'll also trim nose up a little bit more, just to keep me going in the right altitude as the speed begins to drop off. So 400 knots. Okay, let me push it back up to. Actually, let me try some acceleration here. Let me just plug in the burner at full power. And this is 2-stage afterburner. So, okay, right now the afterburner is lit. Yeah, I guess it is a little bit heavier than, let me see here, I was trying to hit F2 to go with sternal. Yeah, with the fuel, it's, well, that is, yeah, what am I talking about? That is quite a bit of acceleration I've got going right now. Okay, so let me pull that out of burner and just bring it back around to the base leg and set up for a landing, nice and controlled. I don't want to get any slower than 380 knots. That's going to be my little threshold guide. So 500, 380, and then 400, or I'm sorry, 500, 380, 340. Those are my little key airspeeds. I'm sure I'll have to reference that again. So I'll just start out 500 like I am right now, and then turn to final once I get out here just a little bit further. Now, can I go gear down? It's hard for me being an American to know exactly how fast I'm going in kph. So let me see, 500 I can go actually, yeah, 500, that's when I would extend the landing gear and flaps to the intermediate takeoff position. Okay, so let me pull in the throttle a little bit. Okay, 500. Let me go unlock. Unlock again, or actually do I need to, yeah, right click, gear down. Okay, so throttle up a little bit. Let me go flaps to the intermediate 25-degree position. Let me watch the terrain out here. Okay, throttles up a little bit more, 400, yeah, that's fine. And I'll just bring it back around and I'll set up at about 380 kph. Okay, yeah, very, very controllable out here, so maintaining 380-ish. About 390 is more like it. Okay, so I'm a little bit shallow, so we'll just level up here, keep this altitude. We plug in some nose up trim, and there we go, beautiful. Okay, throttle in just a touch. And yeah, visibility over the nose is, let me see, how much, what's my alpha right now? Angle attack, 10 units, 10 degrees, I'm taking that to be. And of course, the nose up is exaggerated by the flaps. I've got to remember there's terrain out here, so let me push it up just a touch and level off, climb a little bit. And yeah, I'm not going to, yeah, if I take it on an approach from this direction again, I'll do this a little bit steeper. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I know there's a canopy, or there's a seat up switch. Let me see if that helps. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Okay, so let me get back, get my mind back in the game here. Okay, 380. Let me go flaps down. Boy, that brings the nose up even more. This is going to be a bear. I can already tell. Yeah, boy, okay. So let me just kind of fly this like a World War II fighter and just kind of make some S-turns as I come in here. This is, I mean, granted, I am coming in way, way shallow, which has a lot to do with it, but yeah, this is kind of unexpected. Okay, 360. Looking for 340 over the threshold. Okay, yeah, I think it's more I'm too shallow than visibility is poor. Combination of the two. Okay, throttle in, a little fast. Okay, now I'll just take this as a low approach. Okay, so let me go full throttle. Very, very slow response on the throttle, by the way. Okay, let me go gear up, and let me see, 400. Yeah, let me go ahead and go flaps up and trim some nose down. Okay, so let me try that again, just a lot steeper this time. See if I can get some better visibility and see if I can make that work a little bit better. Okay, 700 kph, let me pull it out of the burner. I'll just keep it in a climb and bring it on around one more time. And if I'm happy with this setup, I'll make it a full stop and taxi back to the parking location. But yeah, that seemed very, very controllable. No trouble maintaining airspeed at all in that configuration. Yeah, throttle response on the go-around was a little bit slow. So if you do find yourself low and slow, well, don't find yourself low and slow is the answer to that one. And plan ahead and make sure that you're managing your airspeed well. I mean, once I got the burner to kick in, yeah, it recovered and it climbed out just fine. But okay, so let me see here. Let me go ahead and get things set up. I need to get some more altitude just to stay clear of this terrain. Okay, 600. I'll go ahead and plug in some more nose-up trim, pull the throttle back. I'll go ahead and once I go below 500, go gear down. And flaps to the intermediate setting, 500. Okay, gear down. Flaps to the takeoff position. And throttle up, looking for 380. Okay, there's 400. Yeah, perfect, okay. Now, I just want to, let me see. It's, okay, I am descending. Yeah, it's kind of hard to, well, not hard. I just need to get good references. Since I don't have a total velocity vector up there on my gun sight, getting a good reference for what local horizontal is and being able to tell when I'm going up and when I'm going down. I mean, you can tell, obviously, when that's happening, but for fine control, like the difference between, you know, a 3-degree glide slope and a 5-degree glide slope. That kind of detail is going to take a little bit of getting used to. Okay, so still 400 knots, and I am in a climb now, which is exactly what I want. So this is more like it as far as the glide slope that I want. So let me see here. Okay, now indications. Okay, I've got 3 green, and okay, there's a, okay, flaps out, and I think I get another indication once the flaps are full down. So let me go nose up on some trim. Okay, that's well trimmed right there. We pull the throttle in just a touch, go for 380, and then we go flaps full down. Okay, so let me push the throttle up just a touch more. Okay, now I can trim a little bit more nose down. I think this will be a lot more manageable when it comes to visibility on the approach. This is more, it's still a little bit, it's, I don't know, it's hard to tell. I get the feeling on about 4 or 5 degrees, coming in just a little bit steep. But, I mean, that's fine. I think that's what I'm going to need to do in the MiG just to be able to keep the runway in sight. Okay, 400 knots, throttle in just a touch. A little bit of nose down trim just to help me out. Oh yeah, much better. This is, yeah, this is going to feel okay. I'm going to take this to the full stop. Or am I? Let me see here. There's a little bit more to the landing. So what I'm going to do, okay, that's the outer marker. Awesome. I think that's what that was. Okay, 350. Let me push it up a touch. You know what? I am going to do one more circuit because I forgot a very, very important detail, and that's the drag chute on landing. So, okay, this will be one more low approach, followed by one more go around. Okay, 360. Okay, yeah, there we go. I can barely see. Okay, inner marker, I think. Okay, let me go ahead and plug in full throttle. Let her recover. Gear up. And let me see, 400. Trim nose down some. Flaps up. Okay, so gear up. Flaps up. Trim. Okay. So yeah, that one went a lot better, and it's going to be a little bit of a challenge right there over the threshold, maintaining visibility, but I think I've got that scoped out now. Now, what I was forgetting is the drag chute, how to deploy the drag chute and to get myself stopped on the runway. So I'll come back next video and hit that, and then follow through with the taxi and shutdown procedure. And yeah, that'll work out perfectly for timing. So yeah, I'm going to cut this one here. And thanks again for watching, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the series, and I will see you next time.